Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today in this type of reading vlog that we will be doing, I want to get so real with you guys. I have been in the absolute worst book slump that I think I've ever been in my hobby of reading. Obviously, I've had periods where I find that I'm not as interested in certain genres or I'm tired from schoolwork and I don't want to read as often. But this time in particular, every time I start something, I am just not liking it. Could it be because I decided to read 8 books at once? Probably. Could it be because I spend every waking moment of my time playing Tiny Bookshop? Probably. Could it be because the book that I decided would get me out of my book slump is over 800 pages long? Probably. So, usually, when I'm in a book slump, I do one of 4 things. I will try a genre that I don't usually read. I will try a brand new book that just came out that is hot off the press and see if that will help. I will try and finish a book or a series that I haven't completed yet. Or I will do my very trusted method and I will reread a book that I've already read that is in my holy grail of books. Is that usually The Host by Stephanie Meyer? Yes. Is it also usually the entire Hunger Games series once a year? Yes. So have I been in this position before? 100%. This book slump is just worse than the others. Most of my methods are not working. I did branch out of my genre. I tried a lot of nonfiction because that's something that I'm not super drawn to always. I liked some of the things that I tried, but it really didn't get me out of my book slump. I tried like 3 new books and they were not my cup of tea, not really what I was expecting. I have been trying to finish a couple of the books that I've already started because I do tend to start a book and then give up on it. I am like the queen of DNFing, which I am working on. Okay, it's a work in progress. I also think I need to reevaluate my book goals because I think that being a part of the book community can have a lot of pressure on you when you also have a job or school or a busy personal life. I always feel pressure to be reading super fast and as many books as possible. And in reality, I'm not a fast reader. And I really am stubborn when it comes to books. But I also set my book goal really high this year. I wanted to read 25 books this year because last year I read 22. And I figured, that's not that much of a stretch. It has been difficult for me to finish any books this year. I think I've only actually finished 5 in total. I have started so many though. I think I've DNF'd like 10. So if I would have finished them, I would probably be around 15 right now. We are super behind. So I think I'm just going to say screw it to the goal, not even really focus on that, and just allow myself to be an absolute menace and only read the things that I want to read and that are fulfilling my love of reading and not my love of proving that I can read a bunch of books and give my opinion on them. I pride myself on honesty and I like when book creators are honest about their reading struggles because it's not always this beautiful fantasy of picking up a book and falling in love with it and reading it in one sitting. Sometimes reading is a struggle. Sometimes we are preoccupied and it's harder to get through our books. So I'm really just making this vlog to get out of my reading slump and be honest with you guys about the things that I do when I'm in a slump and how to not expect so much of yourself when reading really should just be your hobby. So, for my 4 things that I do when I am in a slump, I'm going to do all 4 of those in this vlog and we will see if we can get through this reading slump together. First, I'm going to be working on finishing a book or series that I already started, which is the Crescent City series by Sarah J. Maas. This is House of Earth and Blood. So, part of this video, I will be working on this thick girl. Also, I'm going to be starting a brand new book, which is Brooke Averick, my close personal friend. I like to think of her as. Her book, Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It, which comes out in a few days. As soon as I can get my hands on it through my library, I will be starting that. So I'm going to use that as my something brand new, hot off the press to get me out of the book hole. And then for a genre that I don't normally read, I think I'll do something in mystery. I have been super interested in giving Miss Frida McFadden another chance because her book, Dear Debbie, sounds so interesting to me, right up my alley, even though I don't read a lot of mystery, and I've heard good things about it. So even though I don't always like to take recs, especially considering Frida McFadden, I do kind of want to give that a chance. So that's my rough idea of what I'll do for that option. And then fourth, for rereading a book that I have already read that I love, I want to save that for my last resort, and hopefully these other books will help me get through this book slump. If not, then we will revisit that aspect later on in the video. But thank you guys for being here, and I hope you stick around for the rest of this reading vlog. I literally just recorded this entire section of this video, and I did not turn on my mini microphone, so there was no audio for that, if that is any indicator of where I'm at right now. But after work today, I did put myself on hold for Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It and Dear Debbie, and then my continuation pick is The House of Earth and Blood in Sarah J Maas's Crescent City series. I believe there's 3 books total in this series so far. My library does have all 3 of them, so I am hoping to really enjoy this and then put myself on hold for the other 2. Although because they are such big, beautiful girls, I'm worried that I'm going to read them too slowly and then they're going to be due back at the library. Since they're popular, they're usually always in demand. So we will see, or I might just end up buying them or seeing if I can get them secondhand at a discount price possibly. I have read all of ACOTAR and only the first book of Throne of Glass, but I have heard people say that there is some overlap in terms of these 3 series. So I think that they all exist in the same universe, but just like different worlds. So I am excited though if there's some overlap because I miss Farah and Reese. But to enlighten you on Crescent City, this is about half fae, half human Bryce Quinlan, and she loves her life. Every night is a party, and Bryce is going to savor all of the pleasures that Lunathian, also known as Crescent City, has to offer. But then a brutal murder shakes the very foundations of the city, and Bryce's world comes crashing down. 2 years later, Bryce still haunts the city's most notorious nightclubs, seeking only oblivion now, trying to put the past behind her. When the murderer attacks again and an infamous fallen angel, Hunt Athalar, is assigned to watch her every footstep, Bryce knows she can't forget any longer. As Bryce and Hunt fight to unravel the mystery, the threads they tug ripple through the underbelly of the city, across warring continents, and down to the deepest levels of hell, where things that have been sleeping for millennia are beginning to stir. So I consider this like the Mortal Instruments for adults. Not that adults can't read Mortal Instruments, because that is seriously one of my favorite book series ever, and unpopular opinion, the best freaking movie ever. I wish they would have made more of those with those actors specifically. But this is like a very much R-rated version of the Mortal Instruments, with the city, the grittiness, the angels, the demon hunting. It just really reminds me of that, and I am enjoying it. I'm just trying to pace myself with the thickness of this. Also, she is low-key kind of giving me a carpal tunnel when I'm holding it. That has been super fun, but let's go ahead and try to put a dent in this. So book break, I am on page 230 right now, or actually 231 because I'm starting chapter 21, and I am really liking it. I will say some of the dialogue is a little bit cringy at times. Like if I read the word alpha hole for an alpha a-hole, I may have a physical reaction to it. But I do appreciate that this is like its own world and universe where different species would have different kinds of like beef with each other and different nicknames for each other. So I understand like the integrity of the cringiness, but it is a little silly in certain spots. But I'm feeling the romance in this starting to build, like maybe some interest is showing with these sort of enemies to lovers, and I'm enjoying it. However, I do need to run a couple of errands today. Of course, I will be going into TJ Maxx because that is my mothership, and I'm gonna check and see if they have any good books at a good price today. So I may possibly be coming home with something new to read. We will see. So I did stop at Target first because they always have like their 20 and 30% off discounts, and I wanted to see if that would be a good enough deal for me with Dear Debbie or the Crescent City series. Dear Debbie was only 20% off of $14.39, and I wanted to find it cheaper, so I did go to TJ Maxx right after. I was so sad because they had no books in their normal spot, but I decided to check an end cap right at the register, and look at what I found hiding. Literally, Dear Debbie, what I'm in 9th place for at the library. So I was obviously like, you're coming home with me. I am so glad that I didn't give up because I turned the corner by the register and they literally had the exact book that I'm looking for. It was only $9.99. At Target, I think I would have spent like $12 something. So for Miss Frida, we will give her another chance. I did buy it even though I said I wouldn't, but because I got it at a deal and it was just like the only one, it felt perfect. I was looking for it anyway. I had to get it. I'm so glad I didn't give up because I was feeling a little bit hopeless about finding anything today, but we persevere. Okay, so I haven't started Dear Debbie yet since I got it yesterday because I've been trying to really overcommit to Crescent City, and I'm really starting to get more into it the more that I read. I'm on page 303 right now, which is chapter 30, and I'm hoping that it stays interesting. It is a fairly long book, and so far I haven't felt like it's too much information or like it should be condensed, but as it goes on more, I hope that I don't start to feel that way, because sometimes with super long books, the information starts to feel a little oversaturated. So I don't feel that way right now. I'm hoping it stays that way, but I'm really liking it. And this book is crazy because you'll be reading it and it's like kind of chill, and then all of a sudden like 7 of the main characters die, and you're like, what the heck just happened? Then you'll be reading it some more, and like 100 pages later, it will be kind of boring, kind of slow, and then the club that all of the people are in will just like blow up. And you're like, whoa. So I like that it keeps stressing me out and keeping me on my toes. I really like Bryce. I really like Hunt, our 2 main characters. I do feel their chemistry building, and I like that it's been like a gentle, slow friendship first, because they low-key were kind of enemies, didn't really like each other, but I think they're starting to realize that they never really needed to be enemies. They are on the same side of things, and I'm starting to see them care for each other a little bit more, which is like my favorite trope ever. And I'm also excited to see both of them pull out their badass sides. We haven't really had a moment where they've needed to yet, but I know it's in there inside both of them, and I'm excited for that sort of climax of events to happen. Also, I just want to address my unmade bed. I don't ever fully make my bed. Even if I do, it will kind of be disheveled in some way. And a good reason for that is my lovely Bram. He loves an unmade bed. He likes to burrow in the blankets. So please don't come for me. I do have a clean room. I just don't like making my bed. Also, it's healthier to not make your bed because the dust mites that live in all of our mattresses can't breed when it's open and aired out. So just think of that before you judge me. Anyway, we will check back in after I read some more, and I will be trying to start Dear Debbie this weekend. only did I find Dear Debbie for a discounted price, and I'm going to be starting that as soon as possible, but I had purchased some concert tickets from Ticketmaster, and they give you like little offers with your tickets of different deals, and one of them was a 3-month subscription for free to Audible. I have such a hard time with audiobooks because I don't always like the robotic sound of the like AI narrators, but I feel like Audible has so many real people and a lot of really noteworthy people reading the books. So I was able to find Miss Brooke Averick reading her very own book, Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It, which is my other book for this video. And I picked that as my monthly book choice for my new Audible subscription. So I am gonna start listening to that while I'm at work. I get a lot of time where I'm organizing and I'm allowed to either listen to music or like an audiobook with my headphones. So any clips that you see in this video of me with my AirPods in is gonna be me listening to Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It. And I'm so excited that I'm able to do that now, and it's free. So no more waiting for the hold at the library. Now that I'm able to start that quicker, I am going to try to really put reading time into Phoebe Berman and then also Crescent City before I start Dear Debbie, just because I think Dear Debbie will be a quicker read for me since it is a mystery that you want to stay on the edge of your seat for and see what continues happening, whereas this one is taking me a little bit longer because it's big, and then Phoebe Berman is an audiobook, so I'm just hoping that I like the audiobook format for it, but I think I will because I love Brooke Averick. I listen to her and Connor's podcast all the time, and just hearing her voice is really soothing and familiar to me, so I think that I'll really enjoy hearing her read her own book since I already like listening to her talk anyway. But let's put a little bit of a dent in Crescent City before I clock in at work. I'm 432 pages in, and I just want to know when Bryce and Hunt are going to admit that they like each other, and I really just want them to kiss already. I am okay waiting for the inevitable, but oh, they're so stubborn right now. I am 90% through with Phoebe Berman. I'm loving it, but you're gonna have to wait to hear my full review and rating of it in my next video, which is gonna be my mid-year reading review wrap-up, where I will be giving my full opinion on the most recent books that I've read so far this year. But I will report back to you as soon as I finish the book. Also, I started my nail healing journey, and I'm doing my nails on my own now. And I think they look really cute. I'm just trying to heal them and make them stronger, and I just have like, you know, cutesy little glitter on it, so wish me luck with that. Okay, so I did finish Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It, loved it, and I am really locking in on Crescent City. I'm on page 536 now. When are they going to kiss? I am like 60% done with this book. Like not even a peck. Okay, I stayed up till like midnight last night, and I am now on page 636, and we did finally get a kiss, and the action is building. There was a sort of surprising turn of events that I didn't expect, but I'm hoping that not all is what it seems, because I was a little bit sad by this twist. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm just hoping that our main characters can work through it, because their relationship was just so strong, and now this has just put a wrench in everything. But I think they're gonna figure it out. Today is a super aesthetic, gloomy day, even though it is still like 110 degrees in Arizona. It is sort of overcast. We had a little sprinkling of rain, so I think it's the perfect reading weather. I'm going to try and get as far as I can in this before I head to work. I finished Crescent City House of Earth and Blood, and I figured while I get ready for work, we can talk about a little bit of my thoughts and opinions on it, but I do want to save it for my next video. Just like with Phoebe Berman, I'm going to give you my full review and rating of it in that video, so if you would like to know that, please stay tuned for that. It will be a little bit more detailed on my thoughts from this vlog of each book that I finished, but I did just want to let you guys know that I really liked Crescent City. If you follow me on Goodreads or Fable, you probably already saw my rating of it. I'm excited to tap a little bit deeper into my rating in my next video, because although I did give it a 5 out of 5 stars, it was teetering at like a 4, then it was a 4.5, then it was a 5, then it was a 4.5, then I ended it with a 5, so I would just like to explain my reasoning for that in my follow-up video. But I did already check out the second book from my library, and I started it last night. I'm not super far in, so I can't really say if I'm really loving it yet so far. It starts off kind of different than House of Earth and Blood, but this one is called The House of Sky and Breath. Like, literally look at how pretty it is. This cover like really got me. It is just as thick as House of Earth and Blood, but it is about 2 pages shorter. This is 801, but I am excited to get more into this, and hopefully I'm able to finish it before my loan is up. But I will be starting Dear Debbie as soon as possible. I'm not going to give up on the theme of this video, even though I do feel like I have come out of my book slump and my tactics have worked. I'm still wanting to satiate that part of the video that is trying something new, which would be getting out of my normal genres and jumping into a little bit more mystery with Frida McFadden. I've just really been wanting to read Dear Debbie, so I don't want to jump away from that, and I want to have Frida McFadden redeem herself in my books, so I'm excited to start that. I do also want to say that in terms of satiating the fulfilling a new type of book or way of reading, I really enjoyed listening to Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It as an audiobook, and I'm really excited to continue reading audiobooks because I haven't enjoyed it in the past. After I finished Phoebe Berman, I was like, I need something new, so I did check out Matthew McConaughey's book Green Lights from Libby, and I'm loving it. I'm about 50% through with it, so I'm excited to talk about that in my next video of my mid-year reading wrap up. And once again, in that video, I'm going to be giving all of my reviews and ratings of every book I've read so far this year, so please stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on the notification bell, so when I do post that next month, you're able to see my full opinion, and maybe some of the books will sound good to you, and I hope that it acts as a recommendation for you, because I have read some really good books so far this year. Even though I spent a good majority of the beginning of this year in a book slump, I do feel like I have surpassed it now. Thank you to Crescent City, Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It, dear old Matthew McConaughey, and hopefully Frida McFadden, but we shall see. Okay, I did finish Dear Debbie, and I'm sorry that I don't have a lot of video content of me actually reading it, because I did split up a good portion of actually reading the physical book with listening to the audiobook version while I was working. When I'm able to read the book occasionally but also listen to it, like, it just opens up more avenues to get the reading done if you are a busy person. But I did actually really like this. It did redeem Frida for me, and I think this is my favorite work of hers that I've read so far. I definitely liked it more than The Boyfriend and The Housemaid, and I didn't actually find any of it predictable. Some of the plot twists were a little bit confusing in some parts, but I did like it in total. But like with my other books, I will be talking about this more in depth in my mid-year wrap-up video that I will be filming and posting soon, so stay tuned for that. And thank you guys so much for sticking with me during this getting out of my reading slump video. I do feel like my methods in this worked, so I won't be rereading a favorite work of mine right now, but when I do, I may reread The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings, just because it's absolutely one of my favorite books I've ever read, and I've been thinking about it a lot lately. But for right now, I'm gonna stick with new works since I do feel like I'm out of my reading slump. And if you are also struggling with reading slumps, just take the pressure off of yourself. Start reading for enjoyment again and not for goals of finishing a certain amount of books every year. Read for you and for the pure love of it. And if all else fails, try these methods and see if they work, and then let me know if they do or what your hacks are for getting out of a reading slump. But thank you so much for watching this vlog and for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't, make sure you do. Turn on the notification bell for my future videos, and sending you all love.